Okay, welcome everyone. We'll go ahead and call our October 16th, 2025 Springdale Airport Commission meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mike Goff,
Here.
Micah Thomason, Joel Gardner,
Present.
Jim Ulmer,
Here.
Steve Smith,
Yes.
Cameron McCarron, Greg Collier.
Here. All right, has everyone had an opportunity to review the minutes from last month? If so, I'd ask for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right. I think we have some of our Springdale leadership crew here today. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you were told after the meeting, we've got a 2-hour post-meeting that you'll need to stay for as well. So just hang out with us for a while. Actually, this is our time for comments from the audience. So if you're not on leadership and you are not on the agenda, now's your time to come forward and present to the commission. You'll have a maximum of 5 minutes. Okay. Billy Collins is here to talk to us about some changes to his hangars. If you want to step up to the podium and get us up to date, please.
Hi there, Billy Collins. Previously, we had had 200 by 100 hangars approved. We changed that plan to one about the same size, 80 by 115. That just changed because of some setbacks on PAL. And then the other 100 by 100, from feedback from other pilots, we changed that to 460 by 60s. Just the feedback was it serves more pilots that way as opposed to just one larger hangar. So that's it. And we'll start those just as we've already preliminary meeting with the city, working through that and just waiting on presenting the large scale development plan. And as soon as we pull permits, we'll start construction.
So as he said, we've already approved him to build there. This is just a change from 2 to 3 in essence. So it's still got to go through the same processes of being approved and what have you. So we can go ahead as a commission and vote for the change. I think I'd like to go ahead and vote towards approving the change for this. And then from there, Billy, you'll just need to go through the same processes as you did before.
Yeah.
So I'd ask for a motion.
I would motion that we approve based off of the amended drawings.
Second. Motion is a second. Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Yes.
Goff.
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes, ma'am.
Collier,
Yes.
Ulmer.
Okay, it's approved. Thanks for coming in. If you need anything from us, just let us know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, number 6, Ray Dotson's here to discuss transferring of a hangar.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. I recognize some of you folks and some of you I haven't met yet, but a little bit about myself. Been a businessman here in Springdale since 1983, Dodson Glassmere on Emmett Street. In 82, I guess, I worked for a company to put the air traffic control tower glass in. So I've been around here a long time, so I've seen a lot of changes. I appreciate the work you all do. I purchased an airplane that originally it belonged to Neil Johnson, and he sold it to Dr. McAvoy. And then when I bought it from McAvoy, I was under the impression that airplane been here for, 35, 36 years or longer in that hangar. And he's told me that the airplane went with the hangar. And then talking to James, he said, I guess y'all got a waiting list of you got to be on the waiting list to be qualified for a hangar. So, and I understand there's 100 people on a waiting list. So my question is how come we're not building hangars in the city? I mean, I
Well, you're not here to discuss why we're not building hangars. We're going to talk about your lease agreement.
Well, I understand that, but we would.
We are in the process of building hangars. Right before you, we just talked about 3 new hangars going
Right.
in.
Is
So-
that private hangars or is that public hangars?
Well, it could be a combination of both.
Okay, so you do a joint.
But my question for you, when did you buy that plane from Dr. McAvoy?
I bought that plane, I think a year ago.
A year ago?
Year ago, yes, sir. And he had his car in there and, you know, I found out since then that I've read a lot of FAA rules and regulations of what airports can do and what they can't do. And unfortunately, you know, we got a lot of violations within our airport. And I hadn't said anything, hadn't done nothing, but I'm just here to say, hey, this airplane's been on this field for almost 60 years. And I'm just asking you to grandfather me in or give me the hangar. And if that's not the case, then, you know, we'll go to whatever steps we need to take to try to get a hangar.
Okay. Well, so I don't know if you've seen a copy of the lease agreement. I'm going to read the subletting section. Subletting assignment or conveyance of the lease. Lessee may not sublet the premises in whole or in part of assign or transfer this lease or any interest therein without the prior written consent of the lessor. Any such assignment without lessor's consent shall be void and shall, at the option of the lessor, terminate this lease. So this plane was purchased a year ago, I think you said. So that lease is terminated. There's nothing else to be done on this.
Okay, I mean,
It'll just have to, I don't know if you're on the waiting list, but you can certainly sign up for the waiting list. Austin can help you through that. But as far as the hangar itself, the next man down on the waiting
Okay,
list
so
will be
my
in line for
question
that.
is on the next man down. I understand that you don't have to own an airplane to be on that list? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well,
We have to have an airplane in the hangar.
I'm talking about if my hangar comes empty, the next man on the list, if he don't own an airplane, is he entitled to that hangar?
Yes, if he's next man on the list.
Okay, like I said, I've read a lot of federal guidelines on the qualifications for a hangar. And it's gonna be hard pressed to give a man a hangar that don't have an airplane. That's just,
Do you have any facts or anything of who the next man
I will.
in line is
Yes,
that
sir,
doesn't have a hangar?
I will be presenting you with a lot of facts in the next 30 days.
Perfect. If you don't mind getting on the agenda for
Okay,
next
well-
month, and we'll go to the next man down and
Okay,
make sure he has an
like I
aircraft.
said, I will give my information to the city
And you
attorney
might,
here.
like I say, talk to Austin too to get on the
Yes,
list, the
and-
waiting list.
And I will give my stuff to the city attorney. He knows where I'm coming from.
Okay.
And he knows what's getting ready to happen.
Okay. Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for your time.
Appreciate it.
All right, number 7, Summit. Give us some good news, Brian.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? All right, so our jet sales from in September are up 12% from August. We sold 52,696 gallons of jet fuel, but our avgas sales are down 4% from August. We sold 9,174 gallons of avgas. So things are, jets up, avs down a little bit. That's kind of the way it goes, I imagine. Things that we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to the aviation day that is going to happen on the 4th. I spoke with James and Austin. We kind of looked at we're going to use our hangar 11 for that space. We're going to empty it out and we can set tables and chairs up and everything for the
Now, is that
attendees.
100% confirmed?
On the date, no, because apparently we're waiting on confirmation from the Guard whether they're going to be able to actually maintain that date. But whatever the date is, we'll be ready for it. So, and we do have restrooms in that hangar that are accessible and all that stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. James, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, we're just reaching out to different businesses on the field. We're going to try to get the tower people down to talk to the kids, all the mechanics, Austin's gonna have our equipment sitting out cleaned up, so kids can see that, you know, if you even wanna work for the city, that'll help get you into, possible aviation work. So anything we can do to spark a child's interest, you know, to get them into aviation, they're gonna reach out to not only Springdale schools, but Huntsville, Hinesville, Siloam, Fort Smith, to see if they can't bring in everybody. So they're hoping for 300 to 400 kids. The Springdale schools is gonna bus them, so that way we don't have to worry about all this extra parking. So they're gonna just drop the kids and bring them through in waves.
And we'll be able to stage those buses there. They aren't gonna have to worry about trying to drive back to a bus yard or anything like that. We can get those buses staged. It'll be just good to find out maybe how many buses to expect, so. But, other than that,
Are you gonna, I guess you're gonna go through groups with that? You're not gonna be able to host 400 people at a time.
I'm not sure how we're gonna be able to process all the kids through there.
Yeah, he said he's gonna bring them through in groups.
Yeah.
Break them up in groups and then let them come through the hangar. Once that group leaves, bring in the next group. So it's gonna be like 9 to 11.
Will we take them through the tower, take them through different places, or what's the plan?
No, it's just gonna have everything in that one location. So have aircraft out front for them to look at, possibly get in, helicopters, things that's tore down from mechanics, so they can show them what a mechanic does for aviation, all different things we're hoping to have right in that one area.
That's great.
We're gonna be coordinating with Aero, so they can have a couple of airplanes over there. So, I was talking with Elizabeth, their GM, and she's saying maybe they could have one of them with a cowl off so the kids can see and see what the engine is and, all that. And maybe have one they can, hop in and sit in and, we're looking for, for it to be like a viral event, so kids can post videos and whatnot. So we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, sounds like it. Do we have a time frame how long it's gonna last?
About 2 hours. They're saying between 9 and 11. 'Cause that was my question too, was how long they're looking at, and that's the word we got from the school. From the school system, it's only gonna be like, they're gonna try and have the kids back to school by lunchtime.
I was thinking that'd be a good opportunity for the restaurant maybe to feed some folks too.
Yeah,
We tried. We mentioned the restaurant upstairs, but the school district wasn't on board.
yeah. So,
Okay,
that's all I got.
that's it?
Yep.
Any questions? All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Kate?
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman.
Austin, you're up. Operations report.
All right, so I know last meeting, we kind of spoke on hail damage a little bit. Just kind of wanted to give you all an update on that. So we have secured a contractor. We did not have to go through the bidding process. They're actually out there today doing a secondary comprehensive inspection just to make sure that, we didn't miss anything the first go-round. Just to give you all a recap, so we will be replacing every roof on all of our hangars. We'll be replacing multiple wall panels throughout the field. The tower's getting a new roof, and the terminal is getting a new paint job with all of that. So there's going to be some pretty serious work going on out there.
Will the will the same roofers do the tower that do the hangar roofs?
Yes, and the tower is actually getting an upgraded roof. They're going to put better material up there and, put a better roof on it than what's up there now.
And the hangars, are they going back with metal?
Yes. Yep. Now, as far as rent goes, so as of today, all of our delinquent through the fencers are all caught up now. So we won't have to worry about that again until next year.
Good job.
And we did have a few just regular hangar tenants that were past due, but I talked to them this morning, and they should be taking care of it. Also, so I am in the process of reclaiming 3 hangars. So 1 being due to no airplane being used as a storage unit, and 2 due to subleasing. So, I'd like to touch a little bit on what Mr. Dotson had said. I mean, look, I know there's violations going on out there. And, I'm taking the matter very seriously, and I'm here to tell you that, I have been and will continue to really crack down on that stuff. One of my main goals coming into this role is to make sure that our airport operates fairly and by the rules. So I think that's pretty much all I got.
Any questions? I appreciate what you're doing. I never had a doubt.
We had 3 new hangars come up for the people on the list, or what?
They are in the process of opening up, yes.
Have you contacted anyone next down on the list to take?
I
that?
haven't yet because that really starts a frenzy. So I found that, once you make that call, it doesn't take long to get them in there. So I feel like sometimes it's just better to wait.
And I guess we're caught up on all those rents as well.
Yes.
Any questions for Austin? All right, moving on down. Activity report. James?
Like Brian said, operations is down a little bit, but fuel sales is up, so that's a good thing. The insurance that Austin's talking about for our contractor, he deals closely with Municipal League, so they work out if he finds more and it costs more than what they've claimed, they'll work together and get it resolved, so we don't have to get involved with that to negotiate the pennies. So they work well together. We've been in contact with the guy that when our 3D butterfly fell off the tower, he's held it up in Bentonville. I thought he was supposed to bring it back, but he says, no, we don't want to take that liability and put it back. So Austin's working with him on getting that back. We're going to look to see if we can put it up more securely. If not, we may put it up somewhere else just to make sure that we have it, because it's an art that the tower hates. Steve Patton, he's working, finalizing on his hangar. He's doing the dirt work and water, sewer, gas for that. So he's about to wrap up on building his hangar, and then it'll be up to Billy to start on his.
Will be completed all the way up to Powell Street.
Yes.
Who's the roofing company?
Arkansas Roofing Company. They're out of Little Rock or Conway. I can't really remember. But they have a lot of good perks. So with them, for 20 years, they warranty everything, workmanship warranty for 20 years. And for that span of 20 years, they will come down once a year to our airport and do an inspection on everything that they've done. So, anything that might be wrong, they would look it over and fix it. And then they also have a 24-hour response time guaranteed. So I really, for now, I really am pleased with this company. It seems like they have a lot of perks.
So you're saying damage would be repaired for 20 years through this contract?
Yes, depending on the damage. I mean, obviously, if we have another storm come through, then it's just a whole nother deal. But yeah, like if we have a screw pop loose and we have a leak, they'll come out and fix it, or they might find that while they're doing their yearly inspections. They might find something that we missed.
That would be nice maybe to bring that contract to the commission.
Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you. Anything else, James?
That's it.
Any questions for James? All right, Greg with the Garver update.
Perfect. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know if IT got this working, but I've got a short update anyway, so I don't have a whole lot to show you. But oh, there it goes. Look at that. Perfect. So I'll just give a quick project update on our 2 outgoing projects. We've got the tower rehabilitation and then the strategic plan that we've discussed. And then just a reminder, the runway rehabilitation project is complete, and so I won't be discussing that one anymore. But talking about the tower rehabilitation project first, this project, we had a site visit last week, and the contractor's substantially complete on all of the renovations inside the tower. They've got a little bit of work to do in the radio room to move some equipment over from an existing rack to the new rack system. But also in that meeting, and I'll go ahead and show some of the pictures here on the side of the completed project. But also during that meeting, we kind of brainstormed how we want to spend some additional funds that we had remaining from the project. These are things that I've talked previously about, new HVAC and a generator, and those are the 2 hot items that we identified in that meeting. There will be some other items that we're considering as well. We're going to look into maybe some new monitors for some of their equipment here, as well as just new radio equipment that to replace some of, or to add to some of the stuff that they already have there. And then maybe we'll look into things like new chairs, things like that. So really, the task that I've left with Mike Sparks, the tower manager, is, hey, give us a wish list, and we'll see what we can do with the remaining funds and see how many things we can check off there. Any questions about the tower rehab? Here's just some of the new stuff that we've done. We've got new cabinets all around. All of the equipment that you kind of see here is new, new carpeting, new paint.
Mike and the team happy?
Generally happy, yes. There are a few items that we need to get them back in there and touch up. Like there's some trim issues that we're gonna have the contractor come back out and tighten up some of the joints on the cabinets. He also had some requests, a lot of the cabinet contractors are used to doing cabinets in homes or in businesses. A tower like this is a little bit more odd. And so we're gonna work back and forth with the contractor, maybe make a few modifications. For example, you can see this is a sloped area. Mike was wanting a place to write a little bit easier. So we're going to accommodate Mike over the next couple months just to make sure we really dial in what he's wanting and what's going to be most efficient for the tower there. But yes, generally pleased, and we're going to continue to keep him happy. That's everything on the tower. Just the final update on that. Right now, we're awaiting pricing on that emergency generator and the additional HVAC. So next month, I should have those prices available, but we've got plenty of money to be able to accommodate those items. Then the final project to discuss is just the strategic plan. I missed last month's meeting, but on September 4th, we had our first visioning meeting for the strategic plan. And so in that meeting, we kind of talked about benefits and weaknesses of the airport and also some strengths and opportunities that we could identify on pretty much trying to figure out what we wanted the airport to look like in the future and what we wanted to target for this strategic plan. And so that was the first meeting, and our planners got some good information from the stakeholders at that meeting. Our next meeting will be held in December, and that's going to be where we start to present some of the alternatives, some of the maps that look like this, that kind of look like, hey, here's where we can put some new hangars, here's where we can look at, development in the future. So I would say that the next meeting is where some of the fun starts. Any questions about either of those two projects? Perfect. That's all I had, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Anybody? Questions for Greg?
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. All right, flying right through. You picked a good meeting to come to, leadership. Any old business? Comments from commissioners?
Yes, Jim, did you talk to the Springdale Water any? I didn't know if we had any updates on what's going on with them.
No, I've been overwhelmed with other things since then, but I will get back with him probably in the month of December. I'll be back.
So, I mean, were you here last month? They brought an update to us with different options to bring water in. I'm gonna need some help with this because I'm going from memory, but I think we were 300,000 to 500,000. Greg, am I close on that?
Right, and from what I remember, he brought two options, and both of them range from 300,000 to 500,000 for like a north segment of water line and then a south segment. And I say north and south, that's pretty much north and south of the terminal for some of our development areas.
So the north run would help us, I'm going to say tie in. It's not really tying into the existing hangars, but building off the end of those hangars. And the south would be more off of the POW from that side.
That's water lines within airport property.
That is correct.
So there's still a lot of moving parts potentially with the school availability potential. There's still a lot of moving parts. I really just wanted the water department to come and give us some options that we could chew on and see, once some other things shake out, what our best options might be.
Yeah, their email response was snarky and not accurate.
Well, it
so-
was just a quick, off-the-cuff reply, and then I went past that, and they did a really good job last month of presenting to us and giving us some hard numbers as far as water flow and so forth. But Jim had a couple of
Yes.
thoughts
Yes,
on a different.
I'm going to visit with them about that, and I think they will do some more modeling to look at some other alternatives.
He said they would do anything that we needed them to do.
Yeah, and I think he's thinking about retiring. So,
Ask him quick.
yes, I've got to ask him quick, and probably, I think it'll be an ongoing, I mean, it's not a one and done thing. And hopefully whoever is going to take the reins after he leaves will be in that meeting together to where we can have a smooth transition as we make more evaluation.
And I think we will. I've been meeting with him for 3 months, probably, with multiple different people there, so I think it'll be pretty smooth.
It was part of my argument on the strategic plan is that the city pay for it because we may come into things like this. So I felt like I got feedback from the city that they would help us with things like this. So I know we have the $300,000 that comes from state funding each year, so maybe we can get a little help from the city to extend this.
Yeah. Anything else? Thanks, everyone. We're adjourned.